Yeah. So, hi everyone. Today we have Suhail Ghai, EVP and Head Information Technology, Max Life Insurance. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Sunil.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me over.
Yeah. So I think I'll start straight with the questions. So the first question I wanted to ask was like something about your operations during COVID. So you have digitized your value chain to allow your customers to submit their claims in a timely manner during the lockdown. Can you speak a bit about that?
At Max Life, customer obsession is one of our core values, and one of the most important things we did immediately as the lockdown set in was to ensure that our customers have the ability to log in requests for claims, for surrenders, and on a corporate website. So we enabled a corporate website to take those requests of claims and surrenders, which basically helped us to ensure that we were available for any kind of customer needs during this pandemic.
Okay. So, continuing with COVID, because that's the hot topic of the day, what other disruptions did you see during the COVID crisis and what have you done about them? And also, after that, maybe if you can say, what would you say is the new normal look like for the insurance industry?
So I think over a period of time, insurance was an industry which was based on physical meetings between people going to the bank branches and agents meeting prospective customers. I think as the COVID came in and the lockdown happened, this physical contact was disrupted, which initially disrupted our business. I think what we did was we worked on two or three different areas. One big area where we worked on was that thanks to some of our initial investments in remote working infrastructure, we were able to move 7,000 people to work from home over a period of 1 week. And by before the end of March, we had all our critical operations were functional. Secondly, our sales team showed a lot of agility to redefine virtual selling processes and train thousands of agents how to sell virtually effectively. And I think that helped us bounce back. And thirdly, we also worked maniacally on all our processes which are non-digitized. Bulk of our processes, sales processes were digitized. We digitized the other journeys also, which were non-digitized in probably a matter of couple of weeks. And also we worked a lot of places, we worked at removing physical paper from our journeys. We could replace physical paper through OTPs and through digital signatures. A lot of places to eliminate the need for wet signatures. And I think this in total helped us to bounce back. And probably in 2 weeks we had totally come back to our original efficiencies. I think big learning for us has been we have seen the adaptability of digital tools with all our entire ecosystem, our sellers and also our customers. To tell you more than today, we also enabled a lot of self-servicing options through our corporate website and through our chatbot Millie as well as WhatsApp. And through this today, our number of interactions have gone up by 50% post-COVID on these channels. Also, I think this is the new normal. Customers will become more and more comfortable with digital. At Max Life, we see this as an opportunity to um, accelerate our digital journey, and we will continue to invest more and more on digital journeys, giving more and more options to our customers. And at the same point of time, giving our customers a whole omni-channel experience, so that whether it is digital or it is physical, they think it's a single seamless experience.
Yeah, okay. So continuing with that post-COVID world and digitization, so what about like, the insurance industry, they sit on a huge amount of data. Like the data that you have been collecting right from you began is huge. So what about the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning and analyzing your data related to claims, related to credit worthiness? Then what about like you just talked of chatbots in your previous answer? Maybe you could talk more about that and also IVR.
Okay, look, at MathLife, we really believe artificial intelligence is actually an analytics is a key constituent of our digital strategy. Today, we in a policy issuance process, we use predictive underwriting engines Shield and FinCheck, which assess a 360-degree risk of and likelihood of an early claim, last patient, and likelihood of fraud upfront, and recommends policies which require additional verification by an underwriter. This is helping us in achieving the goal of insta issuance and enabled automatic enabled automated decision making for substantial share of our new portfolio. Also, post issuance, we are using AI-based models to enhance customer servicing and retention efforts. We have built an industry-first artificial intelligence and deep learning-based customer retention solution, Turning, which analyzes a host of data points across customer behavior, service response, and payment behaviors, and special past renewal patterns to predict the risk of lapsation and enable the renewals team to make intelligent decisions about outcome of retention efforts. So we are today using AI both in our onboarding journey and our in our renewal journey. In terms of bots, yes, we are using self-service bots. They are part of our. These bots are available on our websites, which can help you and answer many of your queries. Today, for 50% of our emails, bot help us find us the intent of that email, and over 10 to 13% of our emails are actually automatically answered by bots. So more and more, we are able to delight the customers, reduce the waiting time by creating the self-service or service options or automated options using bots.
Okay. And another thing is like, from the 1980s growing up, you have been hearing we'll have a paperless world. We'll have a paperless world. But I think, do we think we are finally heading for that? Because before in the, like, especially insurance and all, the offline data would be converted online. But now the data collection is online, whether it's on the computer and through the mobile agents. So the mobile agents come directly and they collect the data. So has it become easier for you to manage data if it is digital directly? And are we finally heading for a paperless world?
No, absolutely. I think today, thanks to having existing data of existing customers and having access to various bank insurance partnerships, the whole idea is that where we can leverage a lot of existing data. For example, if a customer has already done a KYC with a bank, we don't need to do a KYC again. And similarly, for many other things, you can leverage data. For example, if today we leverage IIB, which is a insurance bureau, data to understand how many policies the customer has. A lot of places we are leveraging the ecosystem and the data of existing customers, both with Max Life and as well as with the banks, to reduce the need for customers. We are also using scoring patterns and on basis on customer financial performance to come out with pre-approved offers where these are already pre-approved and there is no further requirement. And by the way, this is more on documentation. However, wherever there is document and the document is scanned and uploaded, we are using smart technology like OCRs to read it automatically so that there is no physical need for paper. So I think between eliminating the need for paper and digitally uploading paper, we are actually removing the actual need for having any such paper documents. The fact that today most of our business in the month of April happened without any physical paper, because obviously there was a lockdown, there was hardly any travel. And I think we are moving towards paperless policies. But it is not just automation. It is also using analytics to reduce the need for paper and having a sharper risk assessment.
Okay. So maybe like I'll ask one last question. It's about the Internet of Things. Like, I thought maybe the IoT devices are not that well known, but I had done a panel discussion on insurance and more than half the questions came on IoT devices. So it's like people are very aware of IoT devices and they're very curious to know the role in the insurance industry. So, like about wearable IoTs and IoTs which are used for tracking for goods that are insured. So can you speak a bit about IoT, the world of IoT in insurance?
So look, I think today, I think we are seeing this trend in general insurance, where for a lot of places, I think globally this happens that based on there's a box in your car and based on your driving patterns, your insurance premiums can vary. I think in India it is starting in some other parts non-life. Even in life, I think while today we don't have a product like this, but I think the way I see it in future is that this is something which will pick up. Which will pick up. It is more or less it's very natural that you will start linking insurance premiums to the risk, and the risk is linked to the people's health. And therefore, if somebody is able to show better health by having a more active work life, and then IoT device can measure the important vital parameters of a individual or a life to be insured, it can definitely help us with sharper risk selection and some of the benefit you can give it back to the customer. So I think this is very much on the cards. It is just a matter of time where as regulations open up, you will see people using this.
Okay. So anyway, Suhail, thank you for your views. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Same here, Sunil. Thank you, and thank you for having me over.
Sure.
Have a good evening.